Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I just got done cleaning the space, clearing and protecting the space. I'm now gonna put that out. Said my prayers and whatnot, and I was just letting it burn for a moment. So I hope everyone's doing well today. Happy birthday to anyone who has a birthday today. I was going to do like an actual spread, but I really did enjoy the pick a card thing that we did the last reading. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that again. I will put the timestamps down in the description box, as well as my Cash App if you would like to donate anything to my channel to help me grow it. That would be greatly appreciated. And so first, as usual, we are going to pull from the Mindful Collective deck and see what the overall message is going to be for each pile. Let's see here. And I'm going to try to make this video shorter than last time. My videos are just in depth. I feel like I would much rather give you guys an in-depth reading than just a quick little tidbit. So, but as a Scorpio, I guess, I'm depth, but we all have depth. So, all right, let's see. Let's see what we got going on today. I have had a headache all day. The ascension is real, guys. All right, Spirit, what do we have for pile one, please? Messages for pile one. I did end up clearing a little bit of space off my phone, so ooh, goodness, that was too many. Sorry, Midi. I did end up clearing some space off my phone, but not enough. So we're still on the laptop for now. But I think I did figure out, thank you, Spirit. I think I did figure out a way, to make it to where you guys can see the cards. Pile two's overall message, please. Confirmation, affirmation for pile two. What message do we have for pile two? If you're new to my channel, I pulled a card from this deck, usually for like an overall reading, and then I leave it face down and we look at it at the end, and it usually ties the reading together pretty well. So can I get a message for pile two, please? What messages do we have for pile two? Just one message, please. What does pile two need to know? This one? Okay. Pile three. That I've been gone all day. So Midi's up here on my lap. I went with one of my friends today to get so she could get a tattoo. So that was fun. It's nice to get out for a little bit. Messages for pile 3, please. What message do we have for pile 3? There was one that flipped out almost, but not quite, so. Yeah. Messages for pile. There it is. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. All right, next we're going to pull from the Shadow deck. It was funny when I said, when I was clearing the space, I was like, protect my energy as I channel the reading. And my cat got right up on my lap. Like, she's my little protector. All right, what do we have for pile 1? What can pile 1 work on within their shadow? Shadow work. Thank you. Squirrel. It's got the squirrel. Pile 1. I love the little mushrooms on there. That's so cute. It looks like they're glowing. We got pile 2 and 3. Ooh, pile 2. You got the salamander. It's a good sign. And pile 3, you got the whitetail. Very nice. I'm going to pull the cards first, I think, and then I will see what my intuition is picking up. Need to make some room here. And I'll probably do it just like I did last time, sort of. I'll just hold up. Oh, I'll just hold up the card, and then you guys can choose which pile based on that. And I think this time I'm just going to have the shadow card be the only card that I have face up. I think the other ones I'm just going to leave face down. Using the Healing Waters Oracle deck now. And I brought in a different deck today. I wasn't going to, but I kept like being drawn to it. So there's probably a message in there for somebody, but we'll get there. Okay. Healing message for pile 1. Healing message for pile 1. Healing message for pile 1, Spirit. Thank you. That one flew right out. Pile 1. Have you been doing magic mushrooms? There's something about the mushrooms on that card that's really drawing me in. Oh, that was pile 2's. Okay. And pile 3's. Wow. Wow. Okay. Quick and in a hurry with the healing messages today. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to pull 1 from the Citadel deck. Let me just give it a quick shuffle first. Okay. All right. Message out of this deck for pile 1, please. What message do we have for pile 1 from this deck, Spirit? Yeah, for some reason, I keep being drawn to that squirrel. I don't know what it is. Not so much the squirrel itself, it's the mushrooms. There's something about the mushrooms in that card. And the salamander card has butterflies. If that's of significance for anyone. Message for pile 2. Message for pile 2. What is the message for pile 2? Oh, Mitty, don't knock the camera over. Lay underneath. Message for pile 2. Maybe you don't have a message out of this deck. There it is. Oh, pile 2 and 3. Okay. Which one is for pile 2? One. That one. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to pull. This is the deck I wasn't going to use. I don't know why I just kept being drawn to it. So we'll see. what's going on here. I don't know what I did here. Okay. And then I'll see, after I get all these cards out, then I'll see what my intuition's bringing in, and then we'll go from there. Message for pile 1. What does pile 1 need to know? What does pile 1 need to know? Thank you. Pile 2. What does pile 2 need to know? Spirit. So my guides were talking to me in a really weird way the other day. I was getting, I was on YouTube, and thank you. And the number on the likes button was the same number for every single video that I was watching. I believe it was like 268. Yeah, and it was so strange. Thank you. Okay, there's 2 for pile 3 out of this deck. I don't really like that that's uneven. Let me get one more for pile 1. And one more for pile 2. Yeah, I can't remember what it meant when I looked it up. Oh, it's something about manifesting. Angel number 268. Something about it was time to manifest. So maybe that's a message for somebody too. Thank you. Okay. I don't know. The book on the top for these. Okay. And then one more from the Shaman's Alchemy Elementals. Let's see what we got going on. Messages for pile 1. Messages for pile 1, please. Thank you. Message for pile 2. No. Message for pile 2. I hope you guys can hear me okay. It seemed like the last video, I don't know if it's my microphone or if it's my laptop, but thank you. And pile 3. you. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, it's on. Hopefully you guys can hear me. All right. So, pile 1. You got the squirrel. See what I mean about the mushrooms? They're glowing. I don't know. I get like a sense of wonderment or something with that card. Pile 2, salamander. There's 2 butterflies on this card. And pile 3, you got the whitetail. Very large and in charge is what I'm getting with this card. I mean, look at the size of that shadow. It's like it just demands to be seen. Okay. All right, I'm going to pause it so you guys have a second. You can choose pile 1, 2, or 3. When I come back, will be the beginning of pile 1. Okay, hello, pile 1. You chose the squirrel. So, like I said in the intro, I'm kind of getting like a magical sort of theme happening with this. Also, the nails on this person's hands are green. Maybe that's your favorite color. Let's look at the healing message. Plunge. Oof. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. Oh, yeah. I have to do this. Maybe there. You can kind of see it. I don't know. It worked earlier when I was testing it, but there we go. That's better. Can't really read the words, but okay. Yeah. So it's time for you to dive into something. Don't hold back. Dive in. You got the wise one. Tradition and order. The wise one. I don't know. That almost could be lavender. You got Aquarius. So maybe you are Aquarius or you're just embodying that energy. Originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. Maybe that's why I was getting the magical sort of feel from those mushrooms there. You got Aquarius. And sextile. A combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. And, ooh, yeah, that makes sense. I was getting like fire from this, and then I turned this card over and it says fire, tribal fire, and moon. And there's a salamander on, okay, you may want to watch pile 2, even though we haven't done pile 2 yet, because there is a salamander right here. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Squirrel. 63. Okay, that's the deal then. All right. So it looks like you're planning for the future, which could be that magical thinking. It's kind of like maybe you're in manifestation mode right now. Sorry, there's something on my glasses that was really annoying. I don't think that helped. I think I just made it worse. Okay, maybe we're good now. Okay, I think we're good. Sorry about that. Okay. So it says work-life balance, planning for the future. The fluffy-tailed squirrel is a busybody, constantly climbing, running around, exploring, and foraging for food. As the seasons begin to turn in the latter half of the year in the northern hemisphere, the active squirrel prepares for winter by burying nuts and seeds in the ground for later. Whenever squirrel energy is present, make no mistake, you are being asked to look ahead on your journey and plan accordingly. Which is so funny, I should have said it. As soon as I saw the squirrel card, I was thinking, like, I got this thing in my head, like, oh, they're foraging for nuts. I was literally just watching them the other day. I went to pick my daughter up from school, and at her, like, over by, did you see that? Over by her school, there's a bunch of squirrels, and they're burying or foraging, I guess, for nuts for the winter so they can stock up. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Do you have all of your ducks in a row? Or in this case, a sufficient supply of food stored for the long journey ahead? You need a plan, and a solid one. Depending on your personality, creating a plan may or may not feel daunting. But whatever you're trying to accomplish requires attention to detail and great foresight. Take the time to write out your plans step by step, to have an adequate solution and some structure that will benefit you later. It's typically better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. You'll thank yourself later. Further reflection says, the squirrel card may also bring to light the idea of a work-life balance. All work and no play, as they say. Check in with yourself and see where your priorities are. Is there something that is sucking up too much of your time and attention? How can you free up some time, space, and energy to give attention to the other things in your life? Remember that work is only one slice of the pie. So, yeah, it seems like it's definitely asking you to make sure that whatever you're planning, that it's in balance. Like, you know, you want to make sure that wherever you're going, it seems like maybe you're going somewhere. But Spirit's just asking you to plan. Make sure that you're planning. And I think the visualizing too, I'm still getting that, like this magical thing with the mushrooms there. It just looks very magical. So it's like you're being in your imagination and you're like, okay, what do I want? What do I want this new, like this new life? What do I want it to look like? Right? This new cycle. And this is really a good time for you to figure that out. Like, are you gonna, maybe you just left a job and you're gonna, you know, you're looking for a different job, but maybe, you know, your other job was like way too demanding of you and you want to have a little bit more freedom, some time for play. Or maybe time for family or time for yourself or whatever. You just need to make sure that whatever you're planning, it's in balance. Like, you know, work balance, home life balance, and then outside of work, like within your personal life, you know, make sure you're balancing like your spiritual practices, and you know, just whatever it is for you, because it's going to be different for everyone. But whatever this thing is for you, Spirit's really just asking you to strategize, basically. I mean, you get to create your reality. So it's like, what do you want it to look like? Okay, moving on. So let's see here. The wise one. And we got plunge. Maybe you left a business to start something on your own. Maybe you're taking that plunge to like be an entrepreneur or something. Let's see what this says though. I don't know why I'm getting very like how do I want to say, career type energy happening. And it doesn't, that's, you know, it doesn't have to be that for everyone, but that's just kind of what I'm getting here. 118. All right. Plunge. Don't falter as you approach the water. Dive right on in head first. Don't resist. You've been working on this for a long time. Oh, sorry. You've been working for this for a long time. You're ready. Go for it. The answer is yes. This card is a confirmation and clarity. It's an invitation to take the plunge and say yes. If you're someone who prefers to wait for permission or a timely invitation, you could consider this card's message just that. There are times for waiting, for restoring, and for repairing. This is not one of those times. It doesn't necessarily mean that you feel completely prepared or fully confident. Those who dive in rarely do, but their attachment to resistance becomes less than their desire for the new. Maybe this is what's been happening for you. If you don't feel ready, remember that so-called giant leaps are rarely that in reality. In most cases, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of baby steps taken day after day in the direction of a dream. Whatever it is that you most desire, the signs are pointing you in that direction. Now, take a deep breath and a great big run up and take the plunge. The soul inquiry says, if you weren't worried about it not working out, what would you plunge into right now? So yeah, Spirit's saying yes, whatever. Again, I don't know what it is. I'm just centering this around business for some reason. That's just the vibe I get. Um, if you're gonna start your own business, or uh, I don't know, maybe you're gonna plunge into a new lifestyle. Whatever it is for you, um, it's a definite yes. But Spirit wants you to plan with the squirrel. Make sure that you're planning ahead. That way you don't get tripped up later on, you know. Basically, the planning portion is to set yourself up for success. And then go ahead and dive in. Okay. It's like you wouldn't go fix a car if you didn't know what the heck you were doing. You'd have to at least, I don't know, watch a YouTube video or something, like step by step. You know, it's kind of the same thing. Okay. 52. All right. A fire burns in the hearth, a russet fox slumbering before its warmth. Peace hangs over the room like a blanket, and by the window the wise one consults a book and crushes a handful of leaves into a bowl. Though others may be wilder and more experimental, the wise one acts on the knowledge learned from their predecessors. They know the way things have always been done. Organization and rhythm rule the day. It's time to suppress that creative streak and accept pre-established convention. Take the time to study those who have gone before you. There is plenty to be learned from previous attempts. The greatest knowledge is derived from the experiences of those who have done this before. So, Spirit's wanting you to stick to what you know. And be organized. Yeah. All right. So planning, organization, making wise decisions. All right, let's see what we got here. Hmm. Hmm. 82. All right. Aquarians are free-spirited folk who live in a progressive world of ideas. Telling ya. They march to the rhythm of their own drum and have an innate quirkiness about them. With a humanitarian spirit, they are aware of the strengths, weaknesses, joys, and sorrows of the collective, transmuting their social perceptions into utopian ideals. Their imaginings are filled with radical, forward-thinking beliefs of how to heal mankind. These are groundbreaking inventors, impassioned activists, and everyday seekers, all working to push humanity forward. Modern astrology links Aquarius to revolutionary Uranus, as both energies hold a torch for inner truth, equality, and freedom. Give me 1 second. Okay, so Uranus is in retrograde in Taurus right now, and it goes direct on January 27th. So maybe you're a Taurus. I think that I'm pretty sure Taurus is like money, business, things like that. So that coincides with what I was getting here. Okay, sorry. However, prior to Uranus's discovery, hard-edged Saturn was the original planetary ruler. And while Saturn may feel like a stale partner for this bohemian force, it speaks to the discipline Aquarius upholds around idealistic beliefs. It can even become aloof, dogmatic, or authoritarian if it over-identifies with a movement. You are the holder of a beautiful gift, meaning you have the potential to be of great service to your community or humanity at large. More than a skill or talent, there is a special quality you bring to this world. It's effortless and innately yours. You may be a deeply compassionate listener or a radical advocate against social injustice. Whatever it is, when you're an embodiment of your gift, you'll feel lit up because you're in alignment with your spirit. And by stepping into your authenticity, you help raise the collective. There is a perfect place for everyone. Maybe you've been feeling a bit detached from reality lately, or aloof, or something. And I get the sense that this is kind of Spirit's way of like, hey, you know, yes, we love your originality. But come back down. Like there's an order to this. I don't know. There's a planning, organization, but also Spirit definitely wants you to go for something. But I think maybe it needs to be a bit more grounded. Like bring those awesome, figure out how to bring those awesome, manifestations into the 3D reality. Like they have to also be grounded in some kind of like order. Like you have to take steps in the 3D that are going to work with your manifestations to be. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying. I just don't know how to articulate it the best. So there's always like 3D reality steps that you have to take that help you get to whatever this vision is, this manifestation. You have to like get on the same like timeline, act as if, right? So like the steps that you're taking in 3D reality need to be the steps that are on the same wavelength with the manifestation that you're trying to bring in. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Um, 118. When two planets sit 60 degrees away from one another, they are in sextile, and symbolically the gatekeepers to a beautiful healing. With diligent effort, this combination of tension and flow leads to great rewards. There is potent energetic flow between the planets involved, but like a garden, the relationship needs tending. And with guidance and nurturing, a sextile blossoms, bestowing its gift. It's important to identify this aspect because an ignored sextile is not only a missed opportunity, but easily misinterpreted as a block. In early life, a sextile may feel troublesome before it's identified and developed. However, if nurtured, sextiles offer harmonious support in growth and achievement. Okay, so you might want to pull up your birth chart and see what is going on, like where the planets are in sextile in your birth chart, or perhaps even if there's any right now. I don't actually know if what's happening, what's in sextile or whatever right now, but that could be important for you. To just kind of aid in whatever this is that you're working on here. All right. Clarify your intentions and move toward your dream wholeheartedly. But remember, an intention is a deeply rooted internal touchstone, not an external possession. It's your deeper purpose behind the thing that you want. So, can you affirm your intention with prophetic specificity? Specificity? Did I say that right? While allowing the shape of what you want to shift. Can you remain laser focused while trusting the hard lines of your target to form the closer you move toward it? Shift your focus from external gains to the internal desires of your soul. You're supported more than ever in making your dreams come true, but first you must be crystal clear on what it is you truly want. Hold on to your knowing and move through life with unshakable integrity. Your reward is coming. It's already yours. You're just catching up with it. So this is Spirit saying that whatever this is for you, it's already predestined, is what I'm getting. It's already predestined to be yours. It's just the journey to get there. So, and we all know that no journey is just a straight line. So basically it's just, help me out here, Spirit. Attaining the, like, the knowledge or the skills or whatever it is, the mastery of something or multiple things within yourself, not externally, but within you, to be able to navigate to get to this predestined thing. Yeah, it's already yours. Like it's your birthright to have whatever this thing is. But you gotta, climb up the stairs. All right. Let's get your last one. And also there's a number 5 here. 5 could be important. You could be seeing 5s. I'm so curious about this. Again, don't forget about the salamander. You might also have a message in pile 2. Okay, let's see. Fire, tribal fire, moon. Page 17. There we go. All right. Sacred. I feel like I need to hold this card up. Sacred communication weaves connection within the tribe. Communication becomes sacred when we speak from the heart instead of speaking from the mind. Words spoken from the heart activate the great flame that connects us all. Words spoken from the heart spark remembrance of our unity. Words spoken from the heart heal and activate, inspire and harmonize. Give voice to your emotions with language sourced from your heart. It's not about sounding smart or educated or grammatically stylish. It's about being true. Give voice to your truth and your vulnerability in service to that great flame of unity, such that it may burn brighter, warming not just you, but your friends, your family, your community, and your soul tribe. Wow, that really seems like, firstly, it's definitely going back to that, stand in your authenticity, be authentic. And I'm getting this vibe of like being a leader. Yeah, I'm getting this vibe of being like a leader, but not like an arrogant, leader. It's more like a humble, gracious, but strong leader. Interesting. Okay, let's see what your affirmation is. Oh, you guys. Okay, so Spirit was talking about planning. You guys, this says, I trust the universe is always 10 steps ahead of me. I mean, come on. How perfect is that? Oh, Spirit, you're so great. Okay. All right. Pile 1, I hope that helped you. And keep going. Keep going. Whatever you're doing, keep going. And you got this. Just take some time to really hone in on what you want. I believe in you. Spirit believes in you. And you got this. All right. Thanks, pile 1. Hello, pile 2. You chose the salamander. So, a couple things. firstly, there are butterflies on this card, which symbolize rebirth. Salamanders also symbolize immortality, rebirth, passion. Okay, let's see what your healing message. Well, okay, yeah. All right. So what I think happened here is you're probably going through some sort of a rebirth process. Yeah. Give me 1 second. So it says the salamander represents immortality, rebirth, the ability to withstand the flames. Okay, yeah, you're definitely going through a rebirth. And it says the salamander teaches us that it is important to embrace change joyfully throughout our lives, regardless of how many life-changing events we've experienced. So, yeah, that's you got this. Okay. Your healing message is, God, this is beautiful. Beneath the surface, what's really driving you, true motives, and breaking free. This is a beautiful card. I get the feeling that Spirit's wanting you to really figure out what your motivations are. What are your motivations? Like, I don't know if this is relating, like, I don't know what it's exactly relating to right this minute, but man, this is such a beautiful card. I really, 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 really want you to be able to see the detail here. So there's so much more going on in the depths. Like, in psychology, the mind is represented by an iceberg, right? And so the tip of the iceberg is like our, like what's on the surface, what we can see, but the biggest part is below the surface. So I feel like this is Spirit really just asking you to kind of dive into yourself a little bit here. Figure out what are your motivations for certain things. Maybe it's subconscious. I don't know. I just get the feeling that you're really needing to, or maybe it's limiting beliefs, things that you want to change, that aren't really serving you, but you need to figure out where those come from and if they belong to you or how they got there, type of thing. And this came out in reverse. I don't usually read reversals. I think this is supposed to be in reverse, though. You got the guide, inheritance, and correction. But it's in the reverse. So I'm thinking it's more correction. We'll see. We'll see here. Your next card is Virgo, integrity, reverence, and service. There we go. And Cancer. Nurture, comfort, and protection. Interesting. This card's kind of hard to see. The artwork is very, very light on that card. And your final card with a peacock and the moon and a doorway. Ooh. The moon is usually like things that are unseen, like unknown in the depths. But the peacock, what is that? Okay, sorry, I'll show you this first. Land, mountain, moon. How beautiful is that card, though? I mean, whoa. I love these cards. The artwork on these cards is just phenomenal. That also is card 61. Maybe that's important to you. I need to look this up really quick because there's something with the peacock. Yes. Okay. Let's go through your reading first. Let's go through your reading. Okay. All right. Salamander. Page 21. Okay. All right, guys. The alchemical process, harnessing your internal flame. Whew. Okay. In alchemical thought, the salamander is strongly linked to the element of fire and plays a catalytic role in the process of alchemy. Interesting. One of the things said, what was it? Something about surviving the fire or like walking through the fire or something. Okay. The poisonous bodies of salamanders are sacrificed to complete the philosopher's stone, which is the great work of such a practice, symbolizing the perfection of enlightenment. The arrival of this amphibious friend means that your internal fire is now required for your own alchemical transformation. Sometimes it is important to reflect on what ignites our internal flame. What is your motivation? What inspires you? This is so, okay, dude, spirit is so, just come on now. What's really driving you? And literally your first card says almost exactly the same thing. What inspires you? What excites you? What makes you come alive? Often feelings of fear, excitement, and anticipation go hand in hand. Move closer to this combination of emotions now. In this chapter of your life, it is necessary to push the envelope and challenge yourself by stepping outside the bubble of comfort. You already know what exists there. Try something new instead. Further reflection says, nothing changes if nothing changes, and the entire purpose of alchemy is experimental transformation. You are being asked to try on a new shape or size. While it doesn't mean that you must commit to the first new size you try on, being brave enough to step into something new Being brave enough to step into something new does signal that you won't be able to return to everything you once knew. And honestly, why would you want to? Woo, you guys, I got goosebumps. Oh my gosh. That's so good. You're transforming. Try things on for size. I mean, geez, it sounds like, Spirit just really wants you to get excited about life again. Whatever, I mean, experiment. You don't have to stay one thing forever. No one does. That's the beauty of nothing. The only constant thing in life is change. That literally is the only constant. And that should be also true for humans. Like we should be able to change anytime we want. And yeah, this is really just spirit. I mean, I'm feeling this excitement. Spirit's just really wanting you to embrace change, figure out what makes you happy, what gets you excited, what lights that fire for you. And go with it for a while. See how it feels. It's like going to try on clothes at the store, right? You know, you don't know if you're going to like everything you try on, but you try it on anyway just to see, right? Okay. Page 68. All right. Often the things that we think we want are not what we really want deep down. Sometimes we go after them because the world has told us we should do certain things or be a certain way, and we don't realize there's a choice. Sometimes we're driven by the need to keep up, be approved of, or fit in. Sometimes we do things just because we've always done them, and we can't even see out of the box that's containing us. Sometimes what we're chasing is really chasing us. What is it that you truly want, and why do you want what you truly want? Be honest about it. What are you chasing that's holding you captive? Are you being called to break free of the box that's containing you? What's beneath the surface of what you currently see? What are your true motives deep down? Are you expending energy on things that aren't true inner yearnings? What's really driving your behavior and your desires? It's time to move from confusion to clarity, to question the narrative, realign yourself, and reclaim your life. To open your mind to what it is that you really truly want, and then reorient yourself toward it. You may want to watch pile 1. There's probably a message in pile 1 for you. So if you chose pile 2 because you felt called to it, there's a common theme similarity happening here between pile 2 and 1. So check out pile 1. I'm sorry, where was I? Right. Open your mind to what it is that you really truly want, and then reorient yourself toward it. It's safe to change your mind, to step out of the box, to choose a different way of being. Look beneath the surface of your day-to-day life and reflect on what's really driving you and what you really truly want. Freedom always follows, and so does ease and fulfillment. What are you doing that you don't really want to do? What are you doing just because you always have? Whoo! Spirit is really calling you to figure out what you want. And why you want it. Are you doing certain things just because the world says that you should? Or other people say that you should? Are you thinking certain thoughts? Or holding on to certain beliefs because other people says that's That's what you should think, or you should say, or you should do. You hear that word should? That's, if you're constantly saying that to yourself, oh, but I should do this. Oh, and I should do that. Or I should say this. That's not really you. Unless you really feel that inside, that is what you should be doing, and you know the reason why you should be doing it, that's different. But if you're working at a job or living in a place, or I don't know, if you got married just because everyone says that you should, but you don't really know why you did, then you probably need to question that. You need to make sure that it actually is something that aligns to who you are, to your inner beliefs, or your soul, your heart. Okay. The guide. $72. Now, I was feeling like this was in reversed, but after figuring out what the peacock means, I wasn't so sure. No, I definitely think it's in the reverse. Okay. After a long struggle to put things right, not helped by others, you have found confidence in your ability to overcome whatever's next. Take a moment to congratulate yourself on your perseverance and make room in your life for the next challenge. Yeah, because my deck is not upside down, guys. Let me just grab it here. It is not upside down. And this card came out in the reverse. So, okay. So, yeah, I mean, it sounds like you have figured something out. All right, let's see what Virgo has to say. $72. Okay. If the natural world is a physical expression of the heavens, Virgo's purity is like an X-ray of divinity. This meticulous energy lives with reverence and integrity. Yeah, you want to check out pile 1. As an embodiment of spirit. Its ultimate goal is to be of service to self, spirit, and others. Virgo is practical and modest, yet poetic and profound. Its ruling planet, Mercury, floats freely between earth and heavens, a messenger between worlds. And so beautifully, Virgo embodies this same energy through regularity and ritual. It is organized. Yeah, you definitely need to check out number 1. and can be perfectionist, introverted, and quietly observant. Its people are connected to the body and particular about food and environment, and its link to the zeitgeist, the spirit of the times, gives it a finger on the pulse, creative flair. The Virgo shadow can be obsessive and solitary with impossibly high standards. It can be hypercritical but more of self than others. Maybe you're being too critical of yourself. In mythology, virgin energy means whole and complete. And similarly, Virgo, the virgin goddess, asks you to strip away the not you layers that clog your vessel. These may be unhealthy habits, toxic relationships, or damaging thought patterns. This cleansing force comes to guide your body, mind, and spirit back to its natural state of grace. This humble energy knows the most profound way to create change is through small, consistent actions. So, what are your daily embodied rituals? Are they in support of your higher self and ultimate purpose? Service your life so you may be of service to self, spirit, and others. Yeah, kind of like what I said earlier. You have to figure out what is not you, peeling back the not you layers. It's like if somebody says, oh, I should do this, or hey, you should do that, like that may not be you. In order to know if it's you, you have to know what your motivations are from or towards whatever that is. Like, where does it come from? Is it really you? Or is it the you that you feel like you have to be for the world? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay. And Cancer 68. Cancer is a sensitive energy with a deep interior life. It is emotional and receptive, tied to the past and memories. In these warm, caring tribal waters are family-oriented beings who are tender-hearted and protective. Moon-ruled. Nice. You got the moon in this card. Moon-ruled. Where was I? Holy crap. There we go. Moon ruled, this divine mother energy gives and requires gentle nurturing. These intuitive creatures feel all energies swimming around them. It can be overwhelming, not knowing where their own feelings end and another's begin. Because of their extreme sensitivity, they often build an external shell, making them hard on the outside and soft on the inside. And like the sideways walking crab to which they are linked, they're often indirect in feeling and communication. Cancer's sentimental warmth can go too far and become clingy. They don't always separate then and now, they and you. They prioritize home and family above all else and may ignore individual needs, their own. Excuse me, their own. I find it interesting that when I said that, my throat chakra got all discombobulated. So maybe you need to speak up for what your own needs are for once. Their own or those of others, in an effort to keep the clan together. But when balanced, this is a loving cocoon of an energy bringing warmth and comfort wherever they go. What makes you feel safe and cared for? Journey inward and listen to your needs as you would a child you love very much. Free write in your journal giving loving voice to your child within. Okay, I'm just going to tell you guys some inner child stuff right now, because I feel called to. If you're struggling, I don't care what it is, what it's with. The way that I've had to reparent myself, and I'm still working on it as well. So I can only speak to what I've done so far. But I try to think of how do I explain this? When you're triggered by something, right? That's your inner child. Your inner child is being triggered, or it could even be like a past self, right? Something from the past has triggered you. In that moment, when you are triggered, try to step back, right, out of the trigger. Take a moment to yourself, and get into a nurturing mother mindset. Okay, we all have that in us. We all have that feminine, loving, caring, nurturing energy within us. We can all embody that at any time. Okay, so try to get into that mindset, and pretend that this triggered part of you over here is like a child, okay? And you're over here, the adult in this part of your brain, right? And how would you react to this scared, child, right? Maybe something triggered you and you're feeling, like abandoned, right? What would a mother do? What would a mother say? What would a mother, I don't know. I love you. Everything's going to be okay. You know what I mean? Like, talk to yourself in that way. I don't know. This is going to sound weird maybe, but hug yourself if you need to. Or stim or tap or something. And just reassure that younger part of you that everything is okay. That, and also ask yourself if you're in any immediate danger. Like, because sometimes I know that it's happened to me where I've been triggered by something that I hadn't healed from my past. And when it got re-triggered, I felt immediately, that's PTSD. Like, immediately I felt like I was right back in that same spot again. And I had to just ask myself, like, am I in immediate danger right now, in this very moment? No. Most times it's probably going to be no. No, you're not in any immediate danger, but this is a good time for you to recognize that this thing is not healed. And this is a great opportunity for you to then get into your mothering, nurturing mindset and sort of reparent that part of yourself and say, say loving, caring, kind things. I don't know. Hopefully that helps somebody. I feel like somebody needed to hear that. Try it. At least try it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm just trying to give you advice based on things that have worked for me. But it is worth a try, at least. Maybe it'll work for you. If it does, that's fantastic. And if it doesn't, there are other ways to help your inner child. Okay, sorry. Deeper than wants and wishes, at the root of the root, what is it you cry for? Where are you feeling empty, scared, powerless, or deprived? Consider ways to nurture and provide for your inner child and develop a focused daily self-care practice. Becoming your own mother means becoming your own healer. Dude, What did I just say? Wow. Yeah, this is giving me like wounded healer energy now. I think that you probably are a healer and you don't even realize it. And with the salamander, I'm pretty sure they can regenerate too. So I feel like that's of significance. I think that you probably have a lot of self regeneration powers that can help not just you, but others. And maybe you're not even aware that you, or maybe you are aware. Um, Either way, wow. This is definitely, yeah, definitely some inner child, very emotional. Um, I'm giving you guys the biggest, like the biggest virtual hug right now, seriously, because diving into your inner child trauma is not an easy process. Um, and it's necessary for for your expansion and your growth. It's necessary to do that, because within the inner child, there's a lot of things that are put there that are not true to who you are, to the essence, to your core being. And those things have to be cleared away for you to expand and grow and emerge into this beautiful butterfly. Um, you can do it. And if you need help, you can, there's so much help out there. Take your time. And if you feel too triggered, stop, take a break, do some self care. It is helpful to journal, make a list maybe of like things you were told as a child or things that trigger you, and then figure out where those came from, because you have to know where they came from in order to fix them. Did they actually come from you, or did they come from somebody else placing those into you? Like, I grew up in a household with like a lack mindset. So I've struggled for a long time with that lack mindset. Um, and I'm working my way out of that now, because that's not true to me. That's beliefs that were placed onto me. Same with like self-care. I was made to feel bad for caring about myself, or wanting to look nice or wear something that made me feel good. And that wasn't, like, it made me feel bad. But then when I didn't do anything and I just, had my hair all in a messy bun, or, looked like I just rolled out of bed, I was like shunned for that too, because I was being lazy and like I wasn't taking care of myself, and it was like a lose-lose, you know what I mean? And so I've had to figure out how to undo, like unravel all of that. Um, speaking from experience, it's not an easy process. So if this is what you're doing, which is what it seems like, first of all, I applaud you. You are way, way stronger than you realize. And I think this is exactly what the world needs. It's exactly what you need. This healing from this toxicity, from these things that are not true. Yes, these things, some of them helped to build us and get us this far, but they're not needed. A lot of them are really self-defeating, and they're just not necessary anymore. It's time to replace them with more loving, caring, nurturing, true things. And I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that you had to go through whatever this trauma is that you're working through. But there is a silver lining. You get to use your knowledge to help someone else. But you have to heal yourself first. And you can. And you will. I believe in you. Okay. All right. Land, mountain, moon. With our little peacock there. This is card number 61, by the way. Just in case that's of any importance to anyone. So the peacock means peace, prosperity, and happiness. Also beauty and transformation. Okay. All right. Land, mountain, moon. Land, mountain, moon. 79. 76, 79. Okay. To raise our consciousness and expand our perspective, we must activate our feminine energies. I swear. We must activate our intuition, our emotion, our empathy, and our receptivity. We must practice self-care. We must nurture ourselves and nourish ourselves with love. Western culture is still in the process of remembering how to honor the feminine, having lost its way by forsaking the heart to worship at the altar of the mind. Let go of the mental acrobatics and the thinking, the doing, and the striving. Give your inner masculine a rest. You are being asked to activate your feminine and to rest there and to allow it to lift you to a higher vantage point where you can see past the horizon out into a beautiful new realm of possibilities. Wow. Pile 2. Interesting that I just literally said that we all have that feminine within us. And then the book literally yeah. Okay. Let's see what your confirmation affirmation says. It says, I am always co-creating with the universe. And by healing, you are co-creating with the universe because we are all connected. When you heal, it allows a pathway for everyone else to do the same. Energetically, mentally, spiritually. It opens up a pathway for other people to be able to take the same road and to heal, knowingly or unknowingly, by you. Like, because we're all one collectively, when one of us heals, all of us heal in some capacity. Like, yeah, we're each on our individual paths, but we can all feel it. Okay. Very, very good reading, pile 2. I wish you the best of luck. You're stronger than you know. And keep going. Keep going. Keep healing. You're going to get there. All right. I hope this helped. Bye. Hello, pile 3. You chose the whitetail. All right. So, let's see what the book has to say. The process of rebirth. Each year, the majestic whitetail sheds an incredibly important part of itself, its rack of antlers. Ooh, okay, now it's starting to make sense. In each subsequent year, the antlers grow back stronger and bigger than they were before. The process of regrowing these antlers is bloody and painful, yet necessary. The antlers are used to defend not only the white-tailed stag, but also his family. Furthermore, they are a sign of increasing maturity, experience, and skill. The arrival of the whitetail in a reading means that you too are undergoing a painful yet necessary rebirth. Whew, I can definitely attest to that. There is a part of your identity, life, or even relationships that must be shed now in order for you to advance forward in your journey and ultimately your evolution. This process may also feel bloody and painful. Resist the urge to shy away from it. Instead, recognize that to make room for this new version of yourself, a version that is bigger and stronger than before, you must first prune away whatever is bringing you down. Sorry, it says bogging you down, but bringing you down either way. You've outgrown it, and choosing to hold on to it is no longer serving you. Further reflection. Often fear comes hand in hand with change, and when we can sense it on the horizon, we instinctively double down on that which is familiar. Think of this I think this reading is definitely talking to me as well. Yeah. Think of the stag and how he lets go of the thing that protects him without question, knowing that it will be replaced with something even more immaculate. How can this unbridled trust in the unfolding of your path serve you now, even if you don't know exactly what that means yet? Yeah, definitely. I think those are poppies. Definitely rebirth is painful. Sorry, I have to look this up. Poppies are a symbol of hope and peace, though. The sacrifice of the soldiers' lives were for the greater good, a symbol of life, fertility, and death, associated with regeneration, as well as being associated with death. Poppies are also often taken to mean regeneration, as they are able to grow in poor soil conditions. Interesting. So perhaps even though you're in poor soil, you're still trying to grow. Good on you, mate. All right. The next card, your healing card, says, immerse yourself, training, learning new hobbies and passions. This is a really beautiful card. Are you going to be able to see it? Not really. Dang. It's a little bit hard to see, I guess. It's pretty, though. Okay. Page 90. All right. Follow your desire to study and learn. Dive into what fascinates you. Immerse yourself in the topic that captivates you most. Maybe there's something you're passionate about that you're called to deepen your knowledge of through study or learning, or something you want to experience more fully. You're being encouraged to increase your wisdom and to experience life in a deeper way, to follow your passions and embark on some kind of higher and deeper learning. What are your interests? What would you like to learn more about? What topic fascinates you? What could you talk or read about without getting bored? Which field are you most interested in? What makes you come more alive? I feel like you also, sorry, Mitty, I didn't even know you were there. I feel like you need to watch pile 2. Okay. Maybe you're being called to consider a new career or explore the possibility of training in a new field. Maybe you're being called to simply surrender to your passions and dive even deeper into them in your spare time. Education, whether traditional or experiential, can never be taken away from you. Knowledge can open the mind and light up the soul. What do you want to understand more deeply? Is there something you've been considering studying, whether in a structured way or more experientially? Is there a course or program you're interested in? Is there something you're longing to explore for yourself? What piques your interest? What could you learn about without getting bored? The soul inquiry says, what interests you or makes you come more alive? So maybe you are learning something new. If you're going through a rebirth, this is a great time to figure out what that is. Great time. I mean, you're recreating your new self, rebirthing, right? Yeah, that sounds exactly right. Okay. The next card you got is the Cartographer, a crossroads and exploration. Explore. Explore. You can kind of see it, maybe. There's a compass there too. Okay. Ooh, 66. Maybe sixes are important to you too. Okay. Not far from the walls of the citadel, a figure sits on a rocky bluff, surveying the land before them. Rocks weigh down the corners of a vellum sheet, and a pen is wet with ink, ready to map the shapes of the mountains. The cartographer doesn't just record the roads, they remember every step they took to get here, even as they look ahead to the excitement of discovering new lands. You currently find yourself at a crossroads, unsure of which direction to take. Something within you is eager for a new journey, but doubts make you hesitate. Which path will lead you where you want to go, and which will lead you to an unexpected destination or astray? When inner conflicts stop you from taking the next step forward, overcome that uncertainty and embody the boldness you need. So, how can you be bold? How can you embody the boldness that you need? You know, Pile 1 was talking about planning, mapping out your course. That's kind of, you might need to check Pile 1 as well. It seems like the message kind of just flows here. I mean, obviously there's different messages, but there's similarities too from the other two piles. So perhaps there's another message in Pile 1 for you. And Pile 2, actually. Okay. So basically, yeah, you might just want to go back and watch the whole thing. Okay, the moon, page 42. The moon is a symbol for spirit. It represents the deepest eternal core of who you are in the interior world of your soul. It's your subconscious. Yeah, you definitely want to go back and watch Pile 2. Okay, it's your subconscious, which speaks through psychic revelations and bone-knowing intuition. It's the watery tomb from which you came and your sense of home and security. Mother Moon is nostalgic in her timeless depths. She's tethered to the past, and with her porous memory, she encodes your emotional response to life. Have you been pushing yourself too hard? Your angels remind you periods of rest, of simply being, are not only allowed but vital for the alignment of yourself and spirit. Where do you feel most at peace? Whether it's a cocoon in your home or a loving place in nature, nest and connect with your sanctuary. Sink into your layers within, with nowhere to go, no one to be. Quiet your mind through meditation, a gentle walk, or journaling. What feelings, wishes, and memories float beneath the surface? Greet and explore everything you find, pushing nothing aside. In the midst of these hazy waters, notice your eternal presence, the one who watches, anchored beneath the sea. Know this presence as your unshakable truth, your mother within, your boundless soul. Learn her language, your intuition, and honor her above all else. Whew. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, Spirit's asking you to connect to your intuition right now. Um, and explore. It's okay to explore. Let's see, the sixth house, 96. This humble space holds the mundane details of daily life. It's the framework you maintain to support your personal growth and evolution. It's how you handle personal care and the health of your physical body. It speaks to your discipline, the way you tend to duties like exercise and your work ethic. It's your experience of work altogether, from interactions with colleagues to work being a joyful part of life or a painful one. It's everything that keeps a life running and your structure around those things. This is the natural home of detail-oriented Virgo, who practices service as both maintenance and as offering. And being Mercury ruled, it's not as earthbound as it may seem. Without the essentials of this house, you cannot advance into realms of love, spirituality, or philanthropy. It's the house that says you can't give what you don't have. When looked at from the perspective of a lifespan, it can be seen literally as the young adult establishing a practical foundation, or more figuratively, as how you maintain the essentials you need to thrive and progress. Your ability to create, expand, love, and provide all depend on the foundation of your own well-being. Inspect the framework of your life and strengthen this place from which all things grow. Identify the people, places, and things to which you give your precious energy. When you give, are you replenished in return? Spend your energy wisely as you would your hard-earned money. You don't have an endless supply, and there must be enough for self in your reservoir. Prioritize the supports you need to feel balanced, healthy, and whole. Solidify your base. Your life will open and your world will expand. So I'm also getting grounding. Stay grounded. There's definitely a lot of like root chakra coming through there. Your foundation, I mean, that is your root chakra. So yeah. Okay. Good deal. All right, last card. Land, animal, earth. Hmm? Maybe. I think we had this card in another reading. I think it was the last pick a card reading. Okay. All right. Land, animal, earth. The Earth's ecosystem is extremely intelligent in its design. Every animal that exists on this planet is here for a very specific, very necessary reason. It is the same within the plants and the insects and the minerals and all of it. This means that when we harm the animals, we harm ourselves and we harm our planet and we harm all the life it holds. What are you doing to help balance the ecosystem? Are you inadvertently supporting factory farming and industrialized meat production with the foods you eat and the restaurants you frequent? Are you still consuming single-use plastics? Do you recycle, reuse, replant, and compost? Do you mend your holy socks, or do you throw them away and go to your local corporate superstore to buy new ones that were made at a factory in China? What are you doing to balance the scales so that every being on the planet can thrive in harmony? Your actions really do matter, my love, every one of them. So, that's interesting. I feel like hold on, guys. Let me check something because there was another card that wanted to come out, and just give me one sec. Yeah, okay. Not that that is not a good message, because it is, but I think this is the one that you were actually supposed to get, and I think I may have grabbed the wrong one, and I thought that I did when I grabbed it, but I second guessed myself. Yeah. Okay. So that's my fault. Sorry. Sorry about that. Um, I thought that my knee. I thought that that was the one, and then I was like, no, it's probably this one, because two of them came out, and yeah, I second guessed myself, and I shouldn't have. I should have just taken that one because that's the one I thought. Okay. You have exhausted yourself again, my love. Your body and your spirit are asking for replenishment. A nap isn't going to cut it this time. The trees are calling you to them, inviting you to lean your weary back against their sturdy trunks and to allow their wisdom and their healing energy into your being. The busyness of the world has distorted your perspective. You are being called to the trees so that you can peer through their branches and their fluttering leaves to gaze upon the golden sunlight shining through. Allow yourself to rest among the trees, allowing the sunlight to warm your face and to remind you of your own divinity. The simplicity of this meeting will revive your spirit and inspire your own branches to reach for the sun once again. So I think that definitely goes really well with what we heard here today, which was that you're going through a rebirth. You need to explore, learn some new hobbies, passions. However, the message that really stood out to me out of your reading the most was the self-care, like nurturing yourself and your emotions, and you know um that kind of like self-care and working on the foundation of your life. um and if you are going through a rebirth process, taking care of yourself is important. I mean, you're literally, things are rearranging. um this is the season for death and rebirth, and reworking our lives, and throwing down old beliefs or old patterns or old people, even for some people. um Maybe you're moving. I mean, there's all kinds of things that are happening for everybody right now. Things are literally just rearranging, and a lot of people are being upgraded spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. And in order to continue that upgrade process or that ascension process, you have to prune out these things that no longer serve you. And that's rough. That can be really tiring and draining energetically. So just, yeah, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I know where I am, it's getting a little bit chilly to be going out and, laying next to a tree. But even a little, like a walk, put a coat on or whatever and go take a walk, and maybe just, put your hand on a tree for a little while and just feel the energy. I mean, you don't have to touch a tree if you don't want to, I suppose, but even just a walk out in nature could be very rejuvenating. And it doesn't have to be like, a power walk or anything, just like a stroll, just a peaceful stroll. Okay. Your confirmation affirmation is: the only approval I need is my own. The only approval I need is my own. So maybe you're doubting something. Maybe it's the new hobbies, new passions, whatever it is that you're wanting to explore more of or learn more about. Maybe you feel like you need somebody's permission, but you don't. Just your own. That's the only permission you need. The only approval you need is your own. All right, pile 3. I hope this helped, and please do some self-care, and good luck on the rest of your rebirth. You will transcend, my friend. You will. Okay. Love and light.